Hello, everyone, and welcome back to One Shots Fun Spots. I'm your host, Joe Boersma, and today we are joined by Randy Hooper, who is a self-described van guy. Hello, Randy.
Hey, Joe. Thank you for having me on the podcast. I'm super stoked to be here, man.
We're doing something interesting today where we actually took our audio recording setup and put it in your van, and this is your van.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for coming out with me. I was thinking of driving while doing the podcast with you today, but I figured that might be a little unsafe.
Well, sure, unsafe, also very noisy.
Oh, I didn't even consider that.
Yeah, well, that would cause a lot of issues with sound, and this is kind of a sound-based medium, so we would want to avoid that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
there's no video on YouTube going up on this? I can't send it to my parents that way? Or?
No, well, you can still send it to your parents.
Oh, okay. Well, they're just YouTube fanatics, you know.
It'll be on YouTube. There's just no visuals.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool.
There's like a audio mixer.
Oh,
kind
like
of
a visualizer
kind
of
visualizer,
thing?
Yeah.
I get behind those. Those are super sick.
You could also find an Apple Podcast, Spotify.
Oh, wow.
Aura.
Oh, that's a new one for me, but I heard. Okay, cool.
So, but anyway, this is your van. It seems vicious, honestly.
Yeah, I gutted I gutted this whole thing out. I asked my dad for a little bit of help, but he said, he was too busy being a corporate lawyer or whatever. He also doesn't fully approve of me quitting my finance job to be, as you say, self-proclaimed van guy. And maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong. I have been enjoying this journey across the country for months now.
Yeah. You were in finance, you said.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but it was just too stuffy. I felt myself. I read On the Road by Jack Kerouac.
Oh, yeah.
And I was inspired, man. I needed to go out and see this beautiful country that is America.
But I'm sure you had some money saved up from your finance job. Right?
Some, yeah. Back when I started, yeah. No, I had a bunch of money saved. Now, not so much.
No. Okay. Where'd that go? How'd that happen?
A lot of it went to gas. You'd be surprised. Living in your car.
I wouldn't be surprised because you're only driving. You're doing so much driving.
It's not even the driving. That's what surprised me.
Okay.
Even if you're like stuck in a northern state and you got to stay warm while you're trying to sleep, you got the engine on.
Okay.
You got to keep the van warm.
That uses battery though. I guess you turned it on all the way.
All the way. I'm not trying to kill my battery. I thought that one through.
Right. I think it does both though. Then if turning it on all the way, you're gonna use battery and gas.
Oh.
Have you changed the battery?
That will be my next step after we finish the podcast.
Great.
Thank you for the information, Joe. I appreciate that.
So you use all the money from your finance job. I'm assuming $1 million, probably.
Just shy.
Gotcha. Okay.
About 999,000.
There you go. Okay. How long were you on the road then?
It's been 2 months.
2 months, and you used up almost $1 million on gas?
Yeah. Well, more than just gas too. Like so the whole impetus for, joining the van life is to regain a certain amount of freedom, right, in my life that I feel like I'd lost. And so I was getting to go out and do these really fun, like sort of expensive finance dinners and stuff, schmoozing, clients and stuff. And I did really like that. I felt like that is a part of my own freedoms, right? So I've stuck to some aspects of that lifestyle, but I wanted to separate myself from the corporate, hierarchy that just was bogging me down, man. So
I cannot lie to you. I spaced out a little bit while you were talking.
So did I.
But it sounded like you were saying that you went on the road but kept the part of the lifestyle that had the corporate dinners.
I like a fancy dinner.
I see. Yeah. Okay.
I like a fancy dinner to get to the crux of that matter.
Right. So you spent a bunch of money on gas and corporate dinners.
Yeah, solo corporate dinners. It's been quite the life on the road these 2 months.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it would have to be if you spent almost $1 million doing it.
Yeah.
And in this would you say hollowed out Honda Odyssey?
An accurate way of describing the ride, but I like to call her Bertha.
Bertha.
Yeah. No, I think she's a sweetie. She's
Nice.
got her kinks. She's very nuanced
Hmm.
in the ways that she has to be driven, but we get through.
What are some of the kinks?
Well, so now you're making me aware of why the battery was dying
Yeah.
often
Well,
enough.
yeah.
So that was definitely one of them. I was trying to, drive for as long as possible to try to charge the battery as much as possible.
Okay.
But that eats, gas,
Well, then
right?
eventually too, you're gonna wear down your alternator.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
is that a thing that gets replaced or?
You can replace it. It's expensive. But
Oh,
yeah.
oh, oh, oh,
Yeah.
is it now?
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be a lot of wear on your car. You have to account for that as well. Maybe one or two less of these corporate dinners you're going to have to spend on fixing your car.
Oh, okay.
Like
Well,
I mean, they wear down. They like my alternator. When I had a car, it was like I was starting to hear a sound. I kept thinking it was a police siren really far away.
oh,
And it turns out it was
yeah, I've
just
got that.
starting
Earth has
to
got
whine.
that.
Yeah, it was just
Oh,
whining. And then once it died, and then it stopped charging the battery, and then the battery died.
oh, wow.
So, I mean, you
Okay.
don't take this into a mechanic?
No, it's see, I view it as like a home, so
Yeah.
I didn't think of it as so much in the car
Right. But if you had a home, you
scenario.
would bring in like a plumber and you'd bring in, uh, no worries. But, you'd have to do upkeep on your home. I mean,
Sure, but like I don't have plumbing, right? Like I don't have
yeah, about that. How do you deal with that?
pull off on the side of the road. Not gonna lie.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're just always just squatting near trees and
So,
stuff?
I mean,
or-
sometimes gas stations got them,
Okay.
right? Ask for a key. Love a
Okay.
truck stop. They got showers.
Oh,
Because Bertha can smell rank
yeah,
sometimes.
for sure.
And it's not Bertha, it's me.
Yeah, for sure.
I've not smelled myself before living in this van.
Mhm.
I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
Learned a lot, which was sort of the idea when
Yeah. I
setting
mean,
out on this
if,
journey.
if you're gonna, because I can smell you, and I would say,
I'm sorry. Do you want
I
me to crack
mean,
a window?
well, I'm honestly, I'm not that, it's not that, it is bad,
Oh,
but it's not like as off-putting as I thought. It smells like a funky, like expensive cheese.
I do got a nice blue cheese in the fridge. Actually,
Okay,
it's like a
well,
little mini fridge. That might be it.
That's probably it.
The
Then, yeah.
fridge. I don't know. Since we're not driving, the fridge might be off.
Right. So you were driving all the time to maintain electricity in the vehicle.
Yeah, yeah.
But then you have to sleep eventually.
Eventually, but I can left the car on so I can stay warm
Oh.
and stuff like that. Or if I'm in
So you're charging it to sleep.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, okay. Don't you know that there's other like nomads who use other van people, and like, don't you get advice from them on how to do this stuff?
They when I tell them about my fancy dinners and stuff
Yeah.
adjacent to my van life,
Right.
they get a little turned off. I don't fully understand it myself. I got a lifestyle to upkeep. I got needs. I got
Yeah.
freedoms that I'm
Right.
trying to hold on
I mean,
to.
is the Armani suit part of it as well that you're wearing?
I mean, you gotta look stylish when you're driving in
I
a
don't
hollowed
think
out
you-
Honda Odyssey.
I don't think you do. I think you almost. I mean, again, you're being rejected by this community that could accept you into the van people, but you're clinging to these aspects of your old job.
It's stuff I don't want to give up about myself. It's they feel very personal. They feel I find myself identifying with the suit a little. If I find
Yeah.
I can't wear the jeans, man. I don't like jeans.
Huh. What about sweatpants?
Sweatpants I can maybe get behind.
Yeah. So
That's
you
not
okay?
a bad
So you
idea.
lose the slacks
With
you
the
get-
Armani, you think with
Well,
the suit coat, you
I
think
mean,
that'd be a good look?
No, I think it would be a bad look.
Oh,
I
Oh.
think you shouldn't wear the suit at all. And again, you should
Oh.
wear normal clothes.
whoa! Do you think I could sell the Armani suit so I can maybe get a little more gas money?
Yeah. Okay. Look, here's where I'm at.
Yeah,
I don't think you're cut out for van life.
it's kind of a harsh thing to say, dude.
I think that you're still stuck in these old ways, and you're gonna have to pick one or the other.
Man, this feels like the same internal confrontation that I had when making this choice to choose van life,
Right.
to leave the finance job.
Well, that's
man.
the thing, is that you really haven't made the choice. You're doing both. You're trying to do both.
But I mean, best of both worlds, right? If Hannah Montana can do it, I could do it.
Uh, that's fair. However, I think by clinging to the suits and the dinners, you're not fully committing to the van. So you're kind of
Oh.
losing one and the other.
Oh.
And then by living in a van, you're not a finance guy who's making millions of dollars.
Just shy.
Yeah, again, to fund the suits and the dinners.
Right.
Yeah.
When you put it that way,
Hmm.
that does make a little bit of sense, I
Okay,
suppose.
look, I think it makes actually perfect sense. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got my own wrestlings to do with it. I appreciate the input.
Sure.
I'm just trying to hold on to my freedom. My dad, he's, you know how parents can be, right? They have these expectations for their children, and fathers to sons,
Mhm.
us as their namesake, right?
Or-
Like they have expectations of us as well, like separately from just like a parent to child relationship.
You're talking about Randy Hooper Sr.
Randy Hooper Sr., yeah,
Mhm.
the renowned corporate lawyer.
Right.
And he wanted me to do some big things. He wanted, Junior to get out there and make some moves, maybe run Wall Street one day,
Wow.
the whole street.
Huh.
I think that'd be pretty sick.
Is that a position? Or you would have to like work to create
Is
that?
that something we could cut from the podcast? I don't know if I'm legally allowed to talk about the shadow government like that.
The shadow Wall Street government?
Yes.
Yeah, sure, it'll be cut. Go on, tell me all about the shadow Wall Street government.
Well, like the economy is run by a single person,
Mhm.
and my dad
Yeah.
was trying to, he was putting money in the right hands,
Mhm.
helping the right people not be in prison, and he was, trying to push Junior to myself to,
Yeah.
run Wall Street. And
But you turned out to be an unstable individual who then shook it all for van life.
Yeah, I changed vanity for van. I think
Mm.
it was a pretty just.
But again,
transition.
you're in an Armani suit, so you didn't lose the vanity. You tried to marry vanity and van and failed because now you're out of money.
I'm out of money.
You can't live the lifestyle.
I haven't moved the car in 3 days. That's the big reason why we're not driving.
And why the cheese smells so bad.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's my advice for you.
Yeah.
Right. I think you need. I think you're, and pardon my verbiage here for the
Okay.
van people listening.
Okay.
But I think you're strange enough
Oh,
to be one of the van people.
you think?
I think you should commit to the van people.
You think?
And I think you're not suited to run Wall Street.
In point of fact, I am suited. Armani, man.
That's again part of the problem, because that's again keeping you from being assimilated into the van.
But when I FaceTime my old friends from the finance life, they got to see me in the suit.
Well, you also don't have to FaceTime them. You could call them. You could, not talk to them because you've left their life behind.
a few of them don't want to talk to me these days,
Yeah,
which has
shocking.
been a little rough to deal with. And I appreciate you coming out here into this parking lot with me and chilling with me in my van to have a chat, because I've not chatted with somebody in a minute. It's been kind of lonely. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. I feel like you're kind of inviting me to like, be a tender ear or something like that.
Do you want to be a co-pilot even? I need a navigator, man.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. We could go see the whole country, dude. Haven't you ever wanted to go and see all 48 connected states? Because I don't think they're gonna let me into Canada on this thing.
Yeah. I don't like to travel. No. And that's actually yeah, I kind of don't like being in cars for long periods of time.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little claustrophobic.
Okay.
This even this now, I'm not good with. I need open spaces. I need, not to be around. I mean, like there are a few holes in the floor. I think we'd be getting a lot of exhaust in here.
Only a little bit, just enough to keep you nice and crisscrossed applesauce.
Sure. And then there's also, you have lovely satin sheets on this inflatable mattress.
Yes, it is in fact inflatable. I have to inflate it every night by my own lungs.
Right.
I figured that was a I didn't want to spend big on the, the air pump or whatever. I figured
Not
that's the
again.
manliness of it.
Well, one dinner less would have bought you the automatic filler, the automatic vent, air pressurizer that would have,
huh,
yeah, the fan.
huh,
Um,
yeah.
but also there's only one bed, so we'd have to sleep together.
Gets us to keep the car off in the cold months, and we get to stay warm
Well,
still.
I'm already a no, a hard no on this.
Hard no,
Definitely
dude.
not. No, I'm definitely not doing it. I'm also not. I mean, I don't. I'm not gonna. We're not gonna be bunk buddies.
Man, I thought we really had something here. I thought we were having a real human connection. I thought we were becoming buds.
No, you have so many. There's so many van people that you could be buds with.
They don't like me, man. They
ditch the suit and maybe not the dinners. Okay, maybe get a McDonald's.
I offered them the dinners and they didn't want them, man.
It feels like there's no helping you. We're at an impasse. Okay,
At an impasse.
You keep going.
Uh-huh.
Again, you're broke. You said you're broke. You can't afford the dinners anyway.
Sheesh. Okay.
Do you have another skill that you can make the money so that you can fund this lifestyle? This weird half and half lifestyle that you want?
I did find some out in the woods. You see the tree line over there on the other side of the parking lot.
Yeah.
There is some wild weed growing over there.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
and I figured the van life folks, I've definitely seen them token up, so I figured maybe, if I can, maybe that'd help me become a part of the community a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe make a little extra cash on the side.
Yeah, well, okay, but now if it's growing over there, that might be someone else's farm. You're saying, is that wild cannabis?
I was assuming wild cannabis.
How did it look organized at all?
It's a neat little rose, but
No, so
I figured it
that's
was
somebody's.
wild.
You can't take that.
Oh,
I mean, I'm glad you had the idea. You can buy seeds maybe somewhere if you have any money, but I don't think you do.
Right. No, that's the problem.
You have to invest. Maybe go back.
See, dude, you say the word invest, and I'm just thrown back into my other
I
life.
triggered you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, dude. I just my heart's kind of racing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah.
You didn't take any of that weed, did you?
Only a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it also might not be weed too. I mean, it could be.
Well, I smoked it either way. So.
It could be like crossbred with something else. You have no idea what it is.
No.
Yeah.
It could be mint for all I know. It was kind of, flavorful. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, you've got to. Yeah, you could sell weed, I guess.
Okay,
I mean, that'll endear you to them.
All right, you're making some good points here. I feel like I got to really buck up and choose one or the other.
Yeah, well, but you also just got triggered by the Wall Street stuff, so maybe you don't do that. I mean, or work through whatever you're in there, that's hurting you.
You know what? I got to go all in on the van stuff.
Okay.
I've made the investment. Oh, which is a weird word to say.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
But it's a part of the process.
Yeah.
Right? It's part of loving the parts of myself that used to be and trying to become somebody new.
Yeah. Well, and on top of that too, you could take a taste of some of the I think it's Buddhist, but basically there is only the now, right? There's the past, there's that Wall Street past back there if we want to look at it, but you're only in this moment right here.
I'm in this moment here with you.
Yeah,
this is a pretty special moment here, Joe.
Sure. I really though I do want to avoid, because this show tends to get to this place where I'm suddenly like the psychiatrist for the interviewee. And
if you'd like, I could tell you all about my daddy issues.
No. So that's what I'm saying is I don't want to go down that road. I don't want to be that. I don't want it to be that. Like then
Carter's ways couldn't go down any roads at the moment.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
because there's no gas.
Right? Not a lick. Yeah. Not a single drop.
Right. Okay. So I just you're a van guy, and that's why we came on this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I feel like you don't have a lot to offer this show.
No,
right? No. And again, I'm not going to be your therapist.
All right.
And you're kind of also not even really a van guy. You had this whole Wall Street thing, and you only did half and half. So like, I don't know why you came here. Why are you? What were you trying to tell people? What was your whole thing?
I was mostly in it for the company.
Okay, so you tricked me.
Only a little bit. Only enough so that you'd come out and meet me here.
Huh. Well, okay, but the whole premise.
I listened to your podcast. I was a big podcast guy when I was in finance, but it was all like, the stuff about making more money and how to operate the stocks and, running shadow guns or whatever. But
Also
like, I
shadow government,
really, when I found yours, that is part of the reason of why I chose the van life, man. Like dad coming down on me sucked.
Whoa. I convinced you to become a van guy?
Because you're such a down to earth person. And I wanted to be somebody that, you'd enjoy talking to. And I thought maybe having some adventures, seeing the country might have been a good enough reason. And I did fluff some of the stories that I sent you in that email.
Goodness.
I have not been to the Grand Canyon. I have not been to any of the national parks.
And you also didn't write a book that you're plugging?
Oh yeah, no, that one's real actually.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. But all the stories in there are fake too, because the back of the book you told me said talked about the Grand Canyon and all the national parks.
It's an amalgamation. I wanted to try to document the transition from fan's life to van life, and people like a good story, so I wanted to embellish a little bit. So it's like half true. That book. Most of the everything else was a lie.
Okay, but is the Wall Street shadow government true?
If it's stricken from the record, then yes, it's true. If this makes it into the podcast, then absolutely not.
Okay, it's staying in.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, because you signed a waiver at the beginning.
You're right.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm also, Randy, deeply disappointed that you lied to me. We're not past that yet. You lied to me that you're out here on false pretenses. You're just some like basically, and again, I'm sorry if I offend the van people, but you're like a weird hobo who dresses in an Armani suit and buys expensive dinners and has satin sheets in his van, in his hollowed out Honda Odyssey.
Joe, when you put it like that, it's making me rethink some things. And
oh, good. Oh, this part made you rethink things?
Well, you put it all so blatantly. You put it all so bluntly. You're a person I trust. You're a person I think highly of. And then you go and say these things about my way of life and how I'm not doing anything right. Oh. And you sound just like my dad.
Oh, no.
And now I just don't even know what to do anymore, man. I just...
All right. This is...
it's okay. I'm okay.
No. You have so much snot coming out of your nose.
I can't afford Kleenex anymore.
Yeah.
It's the Armani, I guess.
Oh no.
You still think I could sell it?
Get it dry cleaned.
I can't afford that, Joe.
Okay, well,
could you help me on that one?
Why did you wipe your nose and then ask if you can sell it? Like, just wipe it on the dashboard or something. It's too late. It's too late now.
I'm not a forward-thinking man,
okay.
Joseph.
You're also a liar, so you could just lie to them and not show them the part with the snot on it.
You are a forward-thinking man. Yeah. I like the way that you
all right,
think,
here,
Joseph.
Okay. I'm gonna make you a deal.
Yeah.
Right? And then I'm gonna leave this place, this van. Okay. And I don't want to talk to you again. I don't ever want to see you. Okay. Until you commit to one or the other, the van life. But I'm gonna make you a deal.
Okay. Okay.
You're gonna have to work for it. You're gonna have to work.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But here's what's gonna happen. I think we're the same size, and that suit is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna buy the suit.
Yeah.
For how much was it when you bought it? Thousands of dollars, I'm sure, right?
I think $25,000. Okay.
I'm gonna buy it from you for like $400.
Oh.
And
okay, hey, that's 2 miles of gas money.
Great.
Bertha
2 miles?
She does not have great gas mileage.
That's awful mileage.
Yeah.
Something must have happened to the car.
How do you think I got through almost $1 million in 2 months on gas?
That your car is broken and doesn't function properly. I'm realizing.
I trusted the guy on Craigslist.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, all right. So I'm gonna buy the suit from you. I'm gonna get it dry cleaned.
Okay.
I'm gonna wear that puppy because I think I'm gonna rock it. Okay.
Pretty sharp suit.
High thread count, I'm betting.
High thread count.
Super high. Italian wool, right?
Oh, easily. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, from the mountains of Italy, even, dude. They get the best wool.
So they're goats?
Sheep can live in mountains, no?
I don't know. We're not the
in.
right people for that. We don't know that. Okay, but I'm gonna buy that suit. All right.
Okay.
I want. Here's what I want. I want the tie.
Tie too?
Hey, I'm the one making you the offer.
Okay.
Is there anyone else clamoring for your snot covered suit?
No.
Okay, I want that shirt, that white shirt too. I'm gonna. The shoes look nice too. I mean, those are like
Gucci, man.
Gucci.
Yeah.
All right. I'll tell you what. I'll throw in another $10 for the
10.
Yeah. Do you have a better deal? You better deal around? I don't see one.
No.
Okay.
No.
Great. So $410.
Okay.
We take pretty much all your clothes. You have other clothes, right?
I'll figure it out.
All right. So maybe don't spend all the money on gas. Then spend some on some, like, again, sweatpants.
Yeah.
And then, use that money to invest in and commit to the van life. Sorry, I keep saying it. Use the money to fund yourself to commit to the van life, and then endear yourself to the van people.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Deal?
Joe?
Yeah.
Joe Boersma.
That's yes.
You have a deal.
All right. Strip.
On camera?
There's no camera. We already discussed this.
Sorry. Audio. Right.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to close the show here.
Sure. Okay.
This has been One Shot's Fun Spots. I've been your host, Joe Boersma, saying, if you can buy a suit from a weird guy, you should.
Van life or die, baby.